This has to be the weirdest sleepover ever. Everything was chill until about 6 p.m. Sleepover's been going smooth, pizza, Mario Kart, chillin'. Then suddenly his friend goes, "Oh, my stomach hurts." At first he just shrugs it off. By 7 p.m. it got worse. He's on the floor, groaning. His mom's panicking. "Honey, are you okay? It hurts so bad. We're going to the ER right now." That's when he says, "Wait, what about me? You stay here with Grandma, sweetie. Bye." What? Door slams, tires screech, they're gone. "Hello there. I'm Grandma." "Hi. Wanna watch Wheel of Fortune?" "Sure." My insides are on fire. "We're almost there. Stay with me, sweetie. Stay with me." "What you knitting?" "Well, I'm making you a hat, my dear." "Awesome. Somebody help, my son is dying." "I have lasagna and cookies for us." "It smells amazing." "Count backwards from 10, please." 10, 9. Good. Scalpel. Oh dear, I'm tired too. Look at that, it's 8:30 p.m. Past our bedtime. Why don't you head upstairs, go to sleep? I'll head to my room. See you in the morning, dear. Sweet dreams, Grandma. And that's how a kid had the best night of his life with his friend's grandma, while his friend was in the hospital having surgery because his appendix burst. Who could have saw that coming? Hey, you got the goods? You know it. What the? What is that? Oh, shit. So there was this one kid, let's call him Jordan. And Jordan was built for business. He wasn't even in it for the money, he just wanted to run something. So in 7th grade, he started selling snacks out of his backpack. Takis, Gushers, Hot Cheetos, all the good stuff. And his prices, they were cheaper than the vending machine. No line, no tax, no frickin' problems. This guy had regulars, he had punch cards, he even had combo deals. Business was absolutely booming. But then one day a teacher caught him mid-deal and they were shut down. "Hey, you! I'm shutting you down." School took his snacks, they called his parents, the whole operation gone, done for. So Jordan disappeared for a little while. People thought it was over. But 2 weeks later, he comes back with a new system. Now he's walking around with a backpack full of old books, asking people quietly, "Hey, need something to read?" And inside the books were snacks. He had hollowed out the middle of these books, lined it with plastic, and stuffed them full of candy and chips. These books were titled things like Understanding Algebra or A History of Our State. Books nobody actually wanted. And teachers thought he was just pushing literacy. He would always say, "I'm just promoting reading." But then, one day, one slipped. Mid-class, he slides a book across a desk to another kid. "Got you." But it falls off and lands with a thud. "No!" Well, when it hit the ground, a bag of hot Cheetos fell out of this book. The kid tries to grab it and stuff it back inside the book, but the teacher saw everything. "What was that?" "Wait, let me see that book right now." She picks it up, opens it, and it's completely hollowed out. Crumbs, lining, snack stash exposed. That day, they checked Jordan's locker. He had a full snack library. Categorized, alphabetized, every single book was loaded. And they shut him down again, for real this time. But to this day, people still talk about this kid, because Jordan wasn't just selling snacks. He built a system, and for a while, it worked. So there was this teacher, strict, rule-obsessed. Didn't matter what the rule was, if you didn't follow it, you were done. One day, the student, let's call him Marcus, starts coughing in class. He reaches into his backpack and pulls out his inhaler. Doesn't say anything, doesn't interrupt the class, he just takes his inhaler. And the teacher stops the entire lesson. "Excuse me, what is that?" "That's my inhaler, I have asthma." She walks over, takes it out of his hand and goes, "You can't just use things like this during my instruction. I'm putting this on my desk." Now, I forgot to mention that this teacher was kind of one of those super old mean teachers, so, you know, maybe she's losing it, because who would do this? Anyway, this kid tries to explain, but she doesn't care. She takes his inhaler and puts it on her desk. If it's that serious, go to the nurse. Otherwise, follow classroom rules. Marcus just sits there, wheezing, staring at the inhaler in front of the room. Well, after class, he actually goes to the nurse and tells her what happened. And the nurse is absolutely livid. She talks to the principal, she calls Marcus's mom, she files a report. Within 24 hours, there's a giant meeting at the school, and this teacher's there. No one knows exactly what happened in that meeting, but the principal pulled Marcus aside afterwards and told him that he was free to use his inhaler whenever he felt he needed to. Marcus never said another word to her in her class. but he used his inhaler whenever he wanted, and she didn't say a single thing. Now, this may not be related to what she did, but at the end of that year, that teacher retired. Good. She's not breathing. I'm calling 911. This happened junior year. Middle of class, the teacher collapses. Hits the ground hard. It wasn't a fall. It was a full-blown cardiac arrest. One student jumps up, grabs their phone, and dials 911. Yes, my teacher collapsed. I don't think he's breathing. Then they guide him while he gives chest compressions. Stay with me, teach. Stay with me, teach. Ambulance comes, they take the teacher's life is saved, and guess what the school does? They suspend that student. You're suspended, you broke the rules. School staff is supposed to approve all emergency calls. Are you kidding me? That was the actual policy. If something happened, you were supposed to go find a school admin, report the crisis, wait for a call to be authorized, and then somebody can call 911. Like, it doesn't make any sense. This kid's teacher was literally dying on the floor, and he got in trouble for calling 911 to save his life. And get this, later that same year, another kid has a seizure, cracks their head on the floor, the whole class is screaming, and it takes the school 30 minutes to approve the call. Sounds like they didn't really care about emergencies. They cared about control. And that is so messed up. You are stealing from the school. I'm charging my phone. Exactly. This kid plugs his phone into the wall outlet during class. It wasn't a distraction, his phone just had low battery, and they were doing a free work period, so what's the big deal? Well, the teacher sees this and loses it. Unplug that now, you are stealing school electricity. It's a phone charger. Unplug it or you're suspended and will bill you for the power you used. He thinks there's no way that the school would go that far, so he doesn't unplug his phone. But the school, oh, they wanted to punish him. They were ready. He gets called to the office the next day. Official suspension. And he got a notice to appear before a disciplinary committee. What? All this for using the wall outlet in class. So he shows up. Calm, silent. Well, young man, theft is theft, no matter how small. Cool. Here's 10 cents. Keep the change. Excuse me, you're not done here. Oh, yes I am. Bye. And he walks out. He didn't do that as an actual payment. He did it as a statement, because the electricity he used probably cost the school less than a penny, and he gave them 10 times that, just to show how ridiculous this all was. And just to punish him and make an example out of him, the school district spent hundreds of dollars filling out forms, calling this meeting, filing reports just to punish him. So they're the real losers in this fight. And this kid just walked out, no care in the world. What an absolute legend. You know, this principal had a secret. This person said that back in 8th grade, there was a principal named Mr. Reynolds. And Mr. Reynolds was way too intense. He had this whole no phones in school rule, but he took it to a weird level. If he even saw the outline of your phone in your pocket, he would stop you in the hallway. Give it to me. No, I'm not even using it. Doesn't matter, you know the rules. And the worst part, he'd keep it locked in his office until the end of the day. And if it was like the 3rd or 4th time he had to take your phone away from you, your parents would have to come in and get it. So absolutely just crazy. Well, this one girl, let's call her Ashley. She had had enough. He took her phone one day for checking the time during lunch. Give me that! I'm literally checking the time. You know the rules. So the next day, she told her older brother, who was already graduated but still had friends at the school. And he came up with a plan. Got you, sis. That weekend, Ashley's brother made a fake email address, pretending to be from the school's IT department. And he sent an email to the school board, saying there was suspicious activity coming from the principal's computer. Send. Take that, Mr. Reynolds. Now, he was just trying to make Mr. Reynolds' life a living hell. He didn't think anything of it, really. Just to mess with him real bad. But on Monday, an actual person from the school district showed up at that school. Turns out, Mr. Reynolds had a handful of students' phones backed up on his computer. He found out how to bypass passcodes, and some of them didn't even have passcodes, so he was just uploading stuff to his computer. Text messages, photos, everything. A complete invasion of privacy and super, super creepy. And he was fired on the spot. So Ashley's brother, trying to prank the principal, turned out to be something that actually needed to happen. This dude was messed up. No goodbyes, just walked out the building while the students watched. Get a life, loser! Screw you, Mr. Reynolds! You're a freaking creep! Bye! Ashley got her phone back, and the students got a principal that actually cared about them. It started with a long yellow slip and slide going down the hill at the park. This kid had it set up with a hose and a couple buckets of soapy water. And at the bottom, he had lined up these kiddie pools to help break the fall so he wouldn't get like that grass burn. At first, it was just him and his few friends in this one slip and slide. But when other kids started to gather around wanting to take their turn, he said, "Okay, everyone chill. $5 gets you 5 runs down the slide." And people paid. By the next week, he had 3 slip and slides side by side. One with the sprinkler arch, one with cool inflatable bumpers, and one had a tunnel attachment that would spray water down as you went through. Each one was fancier than the last. It was basically a water park in the middle of a neighborhood park. Kids were bringing towels, parents were even coming with lawn chairs to get a tan while their kids slip and slided down the hill. One kid really wanted to slide down, but he didn't have any cash. You take Venmo? Sorry dude, cash only. Ah, man, okay. But you know what? It's real hot today, so just come on. Have fun. That sounds absolutely awesome. You gotta respect the hustle.